Okay, some fat, some chopped garlic. Oh, we are stir frying these hominy. They are basically rehydrated dry corn in some kind of alkaline water, so that they look like this. Usually, I try not to eat too much carb-related type of grain or whatever, but sometimes you gotta be ready for, just in case if you have no access to grocery store or what. These can be kept for a long term, but of course you gotta learn how to cook them. So this is what I come up with.
I think most people don't really know much about hominy, or might be.
Yeah, I didn't learn to use it until last year. Actually, I had them inside the Mexican or Puerto Rican, the Latin American. I think it's like intestine soup, or whatever they call menudo.
Menudo.
Yeah. And I kind of like it. I mean, to a point. Anyway, chopped green onion. And if you like spicy, just lost some.
Yeah, make sure you get them all in there now.
Yeah. These are the homegrown hot chili pepper or cayenne pepper. Chopped. A little more.
So this could be kind of a series on how to make canned vegetables taste better.
Yeah, the canned goods that you normally don't use,
Or afraid to cook with.
Yes, yes.
Not sure how to do it.
And I have a little bit of little shrimpies left.
Show the container on that. I want to see.
No, that's not the container.
Oh, okay.
And a little bit of anchovy paste. Or if you have anchovy fillet, then you just do 2 anchovy fillet for a decent sized dish. Get them all mixed up and nicely fragrant now. And you put in these little teeny tiny chopped carrots and some chopped celery. Usually when I don't have these, what I start out with is I have 1 can of white hominy and 1 can of yellow hominy and a can of mixed vegetable. But mixed vegetable in cans are hard to come by and also very expensive. So I have carrots and celery on hand, so I substitute that and wind up you liking it.
Yes.
So have these cooked for a little bit until it's almost tender because hominy is already cooked. So we'll kind of simmer it a little bit.
Kind of surprised me at first. It's kind of like something that kind of grew on you type thing.
Yeah, the texture,
right? Yeah, it's like the texture kind of set me back a little bit.
Yeah, and the texture that you have to like it, and it kind of remind me of the den corn that they use in Taiwan, where we used to like just boil the whole ear of den corn, and then they just put salt water on it, nothing else, and it is so good. And I remember that chewiness, how it satisfies your chewing,
Give your chewing satisfaction.
Yeah. And when I came to the United States, I was like, when they say sweet corn, I never liked the sweet corn that much because it just, you bite into it, and then it's juicy and it squirt over inside your mouth and then it sticks to your teeth, but there's no chewing satisfaction, none whatsoever. So when I realized that I could get the hominy for pretty cheap. Now they're not very cheap, but when I first discovered them, I started buying it. Then I started thinking, well, okay, how do I cook them? Because I sure don't like any of the cans coming out of the vegetables.
Right.
To me, it's not edible. But when you have no choice, you have to find a way to, kind of like, coming from Taiwan, everything is readily available. And I come to the United States and I don't live nearby Chinatown or whatever, then you got to learn to
make do.
Yeah, make do with what you can get locally. Well, as much as you can anyway. All right, so now we could put the hominy in.
Now, do you remember how they make hominy?
Oh no, I don't remember, but I took notes.
Oh.
And I just put a little bit of the soy sauce for coloring and taste. So just let it cover it up and cook for a little more. Let me put a little bit more green onion, chopped green onion on it.
So that's actually some very pretty colors, very vibrant. It's probably kind of hard to see with the lighting that we've got, but actually looks really good. Red, green, or orange greens.
Yellow and white.
Yeah.
All right, cover it and let it simmer for a few. All right, I think we are there. In between, I had to put a little bit water in there to help it. Sometimes when you don't have enough liquid, somehow it doesn't conduct the heat too well. So I put a little bit extra water. When I tasted those, and I needed just a little bit of salt and a little bit more soy sauce, and that's it. So we're done. We're ready to go.
And then, as you noticed, we got some of the same usual suspects on the plate again. We got some leftovers, and trust me, we are not afraid of leftovers.
The greens from yesterday, and some more beef tenderloin. I buy them in a whole roast, and then I cut it up into the sizes that we want. And then usually, I only buy them when they are like $6.99, $7.99. The most I ever pay is $9.99 a pound. And if you think about it, if you pay $10 for a pound of filet mignon, or should I say beef tenderloin, and if you try to go to a steakhouse and try to eat filet mignon, just think how much you would have to pay just to get that. But I could spend $50, $60 to buy a whole beef tenderloin and cut it myself. I usually could get 6 meals out of it, if not more. And with some left over for breakfast, steak and egg.
Yeah.
That's a lot cheaper than eating out, and you could get some good fancy food.
Right.
So
all right,
we're gonna go.
Let's eat.
Bon appetit.